Hello, my friends. Today's date is December the 16th, and this is a reading for you if this is your birth date, or if this is an anniversary or special event day, but primarily a birthday reading for the year to follow. This is a four-card pull, a general energy card for the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action to take to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis card. So what is the general energy card for the year is the King. So, this is asking you to reflect upon what a king means for you this year. And the king is ultimately the ruler, the one in charge, the one who's handing down the decisions, and whether those decisions made by a king are ones that are about selfishness and them getting what they need at the exclusion of others or at the use and abuse of others, or whether the king shares their their territory, shares their ability to bring everyone along in a benevolent way and in a courageous way and in an accepting way of saying, well, you have gifts and you have gifts and you have gifts, and I wish for you to bring them into this kingdom, quote, whatever that kingdom is, and share them with others because you are as valuable as I am. I am just here to spearhead things and to honor things on a deeper level and make sure that the justice is provided and that the sacred is recognized. So the king has, many levels of understanding. From if you're in charge of your domain this year and you're able to do whatever you feel called to do, are you going to do it in the sense of doing it only for yourself, or are you going to do it in the sense of working towards some higher cause, some more sacred understanding, some drawing in of others in order to form something that is beautiful and sacred, but will have the sense of, lastingness, strength, fortitude, providing for those people who live their work there, endure through whatever is the kingship you're facing. So the question becomes, are you facing someone who's in charge of you, or are you in charge of you? And therein is the particular challenge is the Page of Swords. So you have some kind of idea of what you want to study and what you want to think about and what you want to focus on and what you want to do. But I think the challenge is that either you are saying to yourself that you can't do it because you're supposed to do something else, or you're called to do something else by someone else, or you think that it doesn't really serve your highest goal to follow what you really feel like you want to follow in the way of studies, in the way of learning, in the way of understanding, in the way of going out on your own personal adventure. This is a lot about, youthfulness and springing into action and following one's dreams and following one's visions. But you're challenged to do that. You're challenged to follow your dream. You're challenged to follow your vision. You're challenged to study what you want to study. Now, are you standing in the way, or is another ruler, a king, someone else putting restrictions on you that keep you from doing what you want to do, what you wish to do? So you have to work through these varying levels of kingdom and kingship, and going, am I the king of my domain, or is someone else the king of my domain? And how do I go against someone who is telling me I can't do something that I really want to do, something that I really want to study? So there's some kind of hardship, and I think it comes from outside of you, where another person is, quote, in control of you or in charge of you and not letting you follow your highest sense of dreams and visions. So what is the action you get to take this year? Well, it's the prairie dog. Understanding when it's time to retreat. Prairie dog is an amazing creature in the West, particularly the Southwest. Sits right up, stands up as a sentinel at the entrance to its hole. You'll see like 10 of them, prairie dogs in a row at the entrance to their hole, standing there looking for any kind of danger, looking for any kind of need to run back into their hole, to retreat, to be safe, to be with their family, to nurture their family, to also to go in and rest and recuperate and find a sense of themselves that feels safe again, so they can go back out and forage for food and look to their families and find their mates if they need to find a mate, and all those things that we need to do when, outside in the bigger world, outside on top of the earth. But this card talks about retreat. So this card talks about, what are you doing for yourself when you're feeling barraged by someone else's energy? Are you gonna stand up and fight? Maybe you can't stand up and fight against this foe. Maybe you just need to retreat and find a safe place for you to be until the time is right for you to come out again and really, I think, go after your dreams once more. This might be a year of challenging you to keep going after what you think is your purpose, your cause, your sense of what you want to study and know and learn about. And swords are about the mind. Swords are about communication. Swords are about deep learning, deep analysis, deep understanding, and utilizing that mind to keep making magic happen in the world, whatever your sense of magic is. Magic and swords kind of are apart from each other. Swords are very analytical. Swords are very, dynamic that way, in the way of their mind, their use of their mind. You have a keen mind. You can study many things. You can understand things on a deep level. But what do you want to study? And what you want to study is not what somebody is letting you study. So therein is that sense of who's in charge here, who's the king, and how do you go about working with them? Well, sometimes, prairie dog, you have to go into retreat. You just got to give it some time. You got to give it a rest. You got to find your place of safety again. You got to find your sense of not needing to fight all the time. You can be on alert. You can be on awareness, like a prairie dog is at their sentinel, at the sense of the entrance to their kingdom, and you can still maintain yourself. But you have to maybe maintain yourself against a smaller sense of yourself than the biggest sense of yourself. But it will change. It will come out, and you will be able, the final card, to, I think, live some of your own visions, to spark your own imagination, to find your own sense of authenticity and individuality. And if the king wants you to conform to his kingdom, then, this is not really what you want to do, and this is not where you're aiming to go, and you're wanting to be your own special creation and follow your own special understandings and beliefs and listen to your own words of wisdom that are imparted to you and that are given to you from others, that make sense to you, that bring clarity to you, that bring understanding and information to you, that turns into wisdom once you understand it against your intuitive sides, your emotional sides, your compassionate and heart sides, until you can see, all sides of many coins. And this is a teaching time for you to understand what it means to be a king of your own realm. This will pay off at some future time when you are the king, the true king of your own realm, and can do more and more of what you wish to do with your life. But right now, on some level, you have to acquiesce to the king and go into hiding and retreat like the peasant on some level, until you're able to revolt against what is being denied to you and find your truth. But it's going to come through visioning. It's going to come through dreaming. It's going to come through active participation in finding your authenticity and living your own dream. So may this be a challenging year, but I think it's also going to be a year that teaches you a lot about who you are and how you wish to be in the world, and how you wish to create your kingdom. And you can be a man or a woman, I'm talking about. How you wish to create your queendom, your kingdom, however you want to see it. However you wish to create your domain, and how you wish to run that domain, and whether you are a benevolent ruler or whether you are a selfish and tyrannical despot. So blessed be. Whatever you choose is perfect, and life goes on. Ahom Atakliasim.